back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
One of my personal favorite ex-UFC heavyweights and a man that I believe could currently knock out every single fighter on Bellator MMA's roster, not just their heavyweight roster and not just in this tournament. That's where I was going to go before. Like, this dude would literally, whenever this news came to my attention, I was like, yo, this kind of just makes me think about this whole Bellator heavyweight title tournament in a whole different fashion, because this tournament's going to be fun and everything, but when you get a Thundercat, if you had somebody like a Francis Ngannou or a Shane Carwin or a Stipe Miocic or any of these dudes in that tournament, legitimate heavyweights, yeah, that tournament probably wouldn't go too well for these guys. And I say that he could, you know, knock out everyone on Bellator MMA's roster because the heavyweights are the biggest, baddest, you know, they're the biggest men in the fucking company, in the organization. So of course, it's just a fact. Of course Shane Carwin could knock out people smaller than him. I'm not saying he's, you know, vying for that, but it's just a fact. Shane Carwin, man, he was one of my favorite heavyweights before he retired from the UFC, just because I was more of a casual fan back then, like when he was fighting Brock Lesnar and shit like that. But just the fact that, you know, had the knockout power, and you always hear about how fucking Shane Carwin's like fucking hands are bigger than like everybody else's, and he's a knockout artist. He was just one of my favorite people. So whenever he was fighting for the UFC, he's a guy I used to root for, and now he's currently in negotiations with Bellator MMA to maybe be an alternate for this Bellator heavyweight Grand Prix coming up that kicks off January 20th in 2018 with Rampage Jackson versus Chael Sonnen. Now, think about this. A big-ass Shane Carwin versus, for one, let's just first go to the smaller guys in the tournament. That's what I thought of, Shane Carwin in this tournament. Could you imagine Shane Carwin versus Chael Sonnen? Holy shit, get out of here. I mean, it would be, Chael Sonnen would take the fight, you know, I'm sure he would in a tournament, but it wouldn't go his way. Same with all of these other guys. King Mo, Ryan Bader, all of these guys, sure, in MMA everyone's got a chance, but I'm just fucking saying, let's be real for a second. Shane Carwin coming in, any of these dudes trying to wrestle this big ass dude, yeah, you can try and shoot your shots, but it's probably not gonna go your way when you're facing a legitimate 240, 250, 260 pound heavyweight and you're a 185 pound fighter, probably fighting it. You know what I'm saying? This guy might have 50 or 60 pounds on you. So when you're a wrestler and you're facing a guy with 50 to 60 pounds on you in today's MMA, who's also, Shane Carwin's not just one dimensional. It's not like he's just a heavyweight boxer coming over. This dude fought MMA. So Shane Carwin would automatically be a huge favorite. Everybody that's fought at middleweight or even the light heavyweights in the division. King Mo, Ryan Bader, Rampage Jackson, Chael Sonnen. Now let's get to the actual heavyweights in the tournament. The Fedor, the Matt Mitrione, and the Frank Mir. There's one other guy, Roy Nelson. I'm taking Shane Carwin versus all of them. I mean, it would be a great fight. Like, I mean, I would love to see some of those fights, but to me, I'm just taking Shane Carwin. Now, call me crazy. I mean, I'm looking forward to see what Frank Mir looks like in his return, but still, Shane Carwin, it just seems like a whole nother animal to me. And we haven't seen Shane Carwin in a fight lately. It's been a while, so maybe he wouldn't look the same, but I'm just going off of the, you know, the Shane Carwin, the prime Shane Carwin I'm thinking of, and it's probably not fair by me. I'm probably just excited that Shane Carwin's, you know, just thinking about him, and he would still be the favorite in this fucking tournament no matter who he fought. But is he going to be prime Shane Carwin coming back? Is he going to be able to pull a GSP and look good coming back after a, you know, vacation or a retirement, whatever you want to call it? Who knows? But I would still, being a heavyweight, I would still be looking forward to that shit. And just and now let's go to the Bellator just signing him as a heavyweight. He said in this article that he's been in negotiations with Bellator before, but he wanted more of a, you know, a fast track to lucrative opportunities. He didn't just want to come in and do the heavyweight grind, fight this guy and then this guy and then this guy and then this guy. He wanted to come in and take big fights, big opportunities that were going to make money. So that's why he was kind of choosing Rizin over Bellator. But he said now this Bellator heavyweight title tournament and this action in the heavyweight division's really got his, you know, blood boiling. It's got him excited. So hey, he said to the Bellator executive that offered him a deal before, he said, I'll take that exact same deal. I don't want any extras, no extra, just give me the same deal you offered me before and I'll sign it. So if that's the offer, I don't see why they wouldn't do that, especially Bellator MMA signing all the UFC, everyone that the UFC lets go, Bellator picks up. Not to mention they're picking up, There's just no reason. I do believe Shane Carwin will be back in Bellator MMA. I don't know if he'll be able to get in this heavyweight title tournament, luckily for those guys, but I can't wait to see Shane Carwin back in action. It is what it is. Let the full-time family know what the fuck you tab in the comments. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.